I somehow survived for 100 days in Minecraft on hardcore mode. There were quite a few close calls here and there, but I finally reached the 100-day mark without dying once. This is the first time I've ever managed to do this. Previous attempts ended in only a couple of days or even 10 minutes. But I've been really careful this time and made good progress in my world, so let's go all the way back to the start of my journey. Day 1, I spawned in a swamp, which means I can get trees and animals straight away for survival. The first thing I got was sugarcane, and I trickshotted some pigs and one of them drowned. I punched a tree and made myself some basic tools, and killed a frog to see what they drop. I parkoured up here and went to bed, ending day 1 of hardcore Minecraft. On day 2, I looted a ruined portal. I tried to mine gold with a stone pickaxe. Please don't judge me for that. I went caving for iron and made a shield, so killing skeletons was finally going to be easy. I then fell down this hole and decided it was time to leave the cave. I found some boring loot in a chest, and then my allergies started acting up. On day 3, I discovered a village in the perfect spot by these mountains, which I eventually want to make my base on. This villager wouldn't cooperate with me. Could you stand? Could you? Stop! I think these mountains will be where I build a giant base. Oh yeah, and I tamed a dog. Oh! That was so good. After almost dying to a zombie, I started making my makeshift house on day 4.
Quick service announcement: if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It will be very much appreciated. Thank you.
There we go. So the house kinda ugly. Day 5, I built lots of farmland so I can trade crops for tons of emeralds. Don't tell the villagers, but I'm stealing their crops and I'm gonna sell it back to them because that's how business works in Minecraft. I made this librarian sell me mending books. For the next few days, I went looking for giant caves to go mining in, but I only found the tiniest caves ever. Look how bad some of these caves were. The shipwreck had the worst loot I've ever seen. Finally, I found an azalea tree, meaning there's a lush caves biome underneath it. The game glitched and let me X-ray, revealing where the caves were, and eventually I dug my way there. What? Luckily I found my way out of this mineshaft, but I got ganged up on by these spiders and had to make a really swift escape. Can they fit in a hole? They can! On day 11, I harvested my crops and bought myself new tools at the village. Time to destroy some forests. Day 12 was fishing day. I kept getting garbage loot, but eventually was blessed with a name tag. Oh, a name tag. Finally something I wanted. Ooh, a pillager. This was the worst idea, but I killed them to get the bad omen effect and started the raid. I barely made any preparation, so this battle was really traumatic. I didn't realize raids have 7 waves in hard mode, so I had to run home and craft arrows to take out the trickier enemies. There's my 5th totem. At least I got some totems from all of that stress. By day 15, I finished the raid, but didn't get Hero of the Village. I guess I was too slow. It felt like the raid went on for hours. On day 16, I added more to my farm and went fishing again. This made me so bored that I went mining, hoping for diamonds. I had to clog up this spillage midway. Boring! No way, I found my first amethyst geode. It's not that useful, but I like the blocks for decoration. The place had a mineshaft, and pretty soon I'd found my first ever diamond. This creeper almost ruined my whole career. I had to take care of so many zombies before I could get back to caving. This was so annoying. Because I'm an idiot, I let these creepers blow up the diamonds I found and almost died in the process, but at least there was still one left. I found the best loot ever, getting my total diamond count up to 4, and straight away I found more diamonds. Yippee! More kept appearing everywhere I went. Oh my gosh, I'm actually rolling in diamonds now. Time to mine this obsidian. On day 20, I made an enchantment table and went cow hunting for leather, as I'll need lots of bookshelves. Day 21, I built my nether portal and waited for my sugarcane to grow. Then I completed my ugly outdoor enchantment room and upgraded some of my tools. I made gold boots to stop piglins attacking me and entered the nether for the first time. I spawned in a ravine and had to fight off some magma cubes, but eventually I found a fortress and looted some chests inside. I spotted a piglin to trade with for ender pearls, but this stupid wither skeleton killed it. Luckily there was another, but after tons of trades it still gave me no ender pearls. I killed a bunch of blazers for their rods, and then I got a rare wither skull from this guy. I opened this chest and was blessed with diamonds. I started speed bridging to leave this dimension and get back home. Oh, I'm never doing that again. On day 24 I hunted down endermen and also killed some slime along the way. Day 25, I accidentally hit my dog and gathered materials for an iron farm. At night I went out again to get ender pearls and slime. The next day I explored the basement under an igloo and cured a zombie villager. I brought a villager back with me for the iron farm, and then ironically had to go mine for some iron to make the iron farm. On this trip I also found diamonds, which I didn't even come looking for. I was so lucky. Day 27 I found one enderman and then took another villager back with me. My man! The next day I finally started building the iron farm and took the final villager home by the end of the night. I spent ages getting the villagers into the farm, which was so annoying. I accidentally punched this guy and he ran for his life. And now I need a zombie, so waited for some to spawn in. I'm gonna name it Skipper. Now I can finish off the farm for good. Whoa, it's already working. Let's go, I didn't mess anything up. That's a miracle. By day 30, I had enough ender pearls to go to the end, so I started following the Eyes of Ender. Are you kidding me? It broke already. The stronghold was deep underwater, so it took a while digging down to it. I got so many diamonds from the cave next to the stronghold, and then I found this incredibly rare triple spawner.
What the hell?
I have no idea how lucky this is, but it was crazy. By day 31, I found the portal and built up the courage to jump in to go fight the Ender Dragon. It was a pretty intense fight, as I've never killed the Ender Dragon without dying before, but I had to take out all the Ender Crystals first and then shoot her down. Eventually she perched and I finished off the fight. My next goal was to build a giant mob farm, so I needed bamboo for the design I was using, and on day 33 I went to the jungle using nether transport, and I had to teleport through bedrock to get up here. I got the bamboo and some other jungle items and went home to plant them around. The bamboo was needed to make scaffolding, but I didn't have enough string, so spent the next few nights killing spiders. On day 34 I tried to break bedrock, and on the 5th time I actually managed it. I want to do something different for a bit, so on day 35 I set out to find an elytra in the end. It took me forever to find the stronghold entrance, so I built a tower for next time. And now we go through the gateway. I can't stand bridging over the void, especially in hardcore. One wrong move and my whole world is gone. After ages of bridging, I found an end city in the distance. I was lucky enough for it to have a shipwreck, which meant I could get an elytra. It took so long to storm through the end city, killing all the shulkers so that I can make a lot of shulker boxes. Oh god, But I discovered a cool tactic that allows you to not get affected by levitation when inside of water, and I used this to my advantage to kill the rest of these pesky mobs. I pillared up to the end ship and grabbed my elytra from the item frame. First time using the elytra, let's go! I went home and cracked on with building the mob farm. It took so much scaffolding, and I'm happy I've got my iron farm for making the loot collection system, but after lots of hard work I finished the mob farm by the end of day 46. It was already producing tons of loot.
Wow.
I hired a few villagers that would trade the mob drops I get for emeralds, so now I had a great supply to buy myself mending for all my gear.
Whee!
I named my dog Jeff, but he ran away into the nether. Please don't do that again, I thought I'd lost you. On day 50 it was time to start my base and move out of my tiny home, so I started some deforestation. On day 51, I went back to the nether looking for wither skeletons. I decided it was time to get a beacon, so I needed 2 more wither skulls for spawning in the wither boss. It took quite a few wither skeletons, but by the end of day 52, I had a total of 3 skulls. When I got home, I took them underground deep into a cave, as I didn't want to spawn the wither anywhere near my house. I made the small area and drank strength before the fight to make sure I was able to kill it, and then placed the final skull.
No.
Boom! The wither is here. I'm kind of scared. Oh wow, it actually wasn't that hard to kill. I didn't even use my golden apple. Let's go, I crafted my first beacon. However, the problem was I didn't have enough materials to build a fully completed beacon, so you know that's gonna mean I have to build another farm. I'm going to do a stacking raid farm by ENXO4, so we need to craft all the materials I'm going to bring to the area. This took a few trips to the nether and quite a lot of searching for random items in my chest to get a lot of materials, but by day 60 I had all I needed to go and build the farm. I found the perfect spot near a pillager outpost, but had to dig out a whole island in the sea to prevent it spawning and getting messed up. On day 64 I began following the tutorial for the farm. It was really scary as one wrong block placement would mean the whole thing gets messed up, so I took my time really carefully following the instructions. I've built this farm before, so I know it's amazing, but it just takes a lot of focus to build. On day 67, I'd built most of the farm and had to start transporting villagers over. There was a village a couple hundred blocks away, so I used a boat to take them from there all the way back. I needed 5 villagers, so made this journey many times, but it will all be worth it when I have unlimited emeralds. On day 69, I had every villager in place and could now complete the rest of the build. And by day 71, I got to AFK at the farm. It seems to be working great. Look how much XP I'm getting. Whoa, that is so much loot. I'll take it home in my shulker box. Day 72 was wasted spending ages trying to work out how to use this item sorter.
Oh my god, bro.
And I AFK'd at the farm again on day 73, now that I had it sorted together emeralds, redstone and glowstone. This farm's great for so many items. I now had enough emeralds to build a fully completed beacon and decided to make it deep underground so the effects go all the way through the world where I'm living. The beacon comes up in the middle of this mountain, which is going to be the center of my base. Day 74 I started to build my house at long last by putting a wooden outline around where my chest room is going to be. Oh, it takes a lot of digging to get rid of all of this stone. I'll go with a natural wood look in this area and I'll add leaves to the ceiling so it feels alive like you're in a tree. This means on day 75 I went out to shave some trees. The project was using up so much wood, so I spent another day mining trees and building. Okay, so here's what my chest room looks like so far. Of course I need to add in the chests. I added lighting behind the leaves on day 76, and when I got back to the raid farm I looted the pillager outpost and found my new favourite item, the goat horn. I spent a day AFK at the raid farm and got even more loot to take home. Now I started working on my bedroom that overhangs the mountainside, which gives us a great view of the area. On day 80 I want to make a sand farm, as you can actually break end portal blocks and use that to create unlimited sand or other blocks that have gravity. I accidentally built it in the wrong place, so I had to restart the whole build. But on the second attempt the farm was working. After AFKing for a few minutes I went through the portal to find nothing.
You what?
But I realized it's because the spawning platform needs to have walls around the end so the sand can actually land on here. So I had to go all the way back and AFK again on day 83 and yay! My fix worked. Day 84 I spent the day linking up a nether portal to the end portal room so I wouldn't have to make the annoying journey through all of the caves ever again. I tried to make my room look pretty and added in my beds, which look like mats on the ground now, and I hung a huge painting of Donkey Kong behind them. Also I put down some bedside tables that can actually store items. On day 85 I dug out a cave towards the opening of the mountain and I linked it to the chest room. I think this area will be good for a kitchen. Mining out this area under the chest room killed 2 birds with 1 stone because I wanted more floors below, and I'm also going to use the stone to build a huge tower on the mountain top. So on day 86 I was just building up tower walls really high and I had to remove some of the trees in the way, which was a pest. The next day I pretty much did the same thing, keeping up with building the walls, and on day 88 I went to the mob farm to get bones and built a couple of fossils on the side of the mountain. I feel like it adds some history to the place. Look at all these mobs, I'm terrified. I'll just fly away so they despawn and then quickly light up the area. For the rest of the day I gathered flowers which I want for dyeing wool, as I'm going to build a big flag on day 100 to end the journey. Day 90 and 91 I AFK'd at the mob farm to get some string so I can craft it into wool without needing a sheep farm. On day 92 I went to the village by my raid farm and I forgot I had the bad omen effect and accidentally started a raid. I fought off some of the pillagers, but when it became nighttime I slept and then ran away, leaving the dumb villagers to deal with it. Then I did another AFK session at the raid farm. I want to get rich so I can buy everything from the villagers. After that it was day 98 and I came home to build my flag before day 100 hits us. I bone meal flowers for all the dye I needed, and on day 99 I constructed a flagpole. These are the colours I'm going with for the flag, and I built it so it looks like the flag's blowing in the wind. Now let's go to sleep and celebrate day 100 in the morning. Woo! It's day 100! I've made it so far! This has taken many hours, but I'm proud of all the work I've done on this world. We've got great farms going on, and I'm really happy with how my new base is turning out so far. Let's end off day 100 by placing the dragon egg up on this tower, and we can watch the sunset go down. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of my 100 days in hardcore Minecraft video. Make sure to check out my full hardcore episodes on my channel to see more detail of what I do in the series, and remember to stay tuned for part 3 of hardcore to see my finished mountain base transformation. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to help me out, as this video took so long to make and I'd really appreciate any support. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!